Actually, you know what? Okay, wow, I'm like all over the place, but I'm just gonna tell you what it's about. So it's about six people. They all have like magical abilities, but it's like not like Harry Potter, like with a wand. Like they actually have like magical abilities, and they get like invited into this like society, but it's like they have like all the books of like the universe, not of the universe, but like of the world. So definitely a book to read, and this kind of what it looks like inside. It took me about 2 months to read it because I didn't have a lot of time on my hands, but when I did, wow, it was good. So yeah. The Atlas 6. So I won't read that one because I just told you what it's about. So let's move on to the next one. This one I started and then I just didn't get into it. I'm like, oh, my baggers. But this one is The Six of Crows. I'm gonna give it another shot. I just don't think I was in the right headspace for it. Okay, so I'll read you the back of this one. Okay. Ketterdam, a bustling hub of international trade where anything can be had for the right price. I'm like so bad at reading things out loud, so I don't even know why I'm doing this. And no one knows what better than criminal prodigy Kaz Brecker. Kaz is offered a chance at a deadly heist and could make him rich beyond his wildest dreams. I know I said he's strong, I think it's heist. Jesus. But he can't put it off alone. It says a conflict with a thirst for revenge. A sharpshooter who can't walk away from a rager. A wager. A wager, not a rager. A runaway with a privileged past. A spy known as the Wraith. A heartrender using her magic to survive the slums. A thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. Kaz's crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. I know that this lady who wrote this, she has I think they're turning this into a Netflix show. It literally says it right here. I was right. Yeah. Shadow and Bone. So I've never watched that, but this is the author. I've actually never looked inside of here. I never saw this. Interesting. Let's move on to the next one. So I haven't read this yet, but I'm going to be reading it shortly. This one's called The Memory Police by Yoko Okawa. I hope I'm saying that right. This one actually sounds really good. I'm really excited to read it, but I'm reading another book right now, so I'll read it after, but yeah. So this one says, an unnamed island. Oh, let me start over. Okay. On an unnamed island, objects are disappearing. First hats, then ribbons, birds, roses. Most of the inhabitants are oblivious to these changes, while those few able to recall the lost objects live in fear of the, what does that say? Draconian, I don't know, memory police, who are committed to ensuring what has disappeared remains forgotten. Where was I? Oh yeah. When a young writer discovers that her editor is in danger, she Together they cling to her writing as the last way of preserving the past, powerful and prerogative. The Memory Police is a stunning novel about the trauma of loss, which I'm like, that sounds really cool. So, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a go. And that's what it looks like inside. Okay. This book here I'm gonna save because it goes with another book. If you already saw the color that it was, and if you like read book talk recommendations, you'll probably know what it is. But the other book I have is I don't know if you say it's Cirque or Circa, but this one. I love the cover because it's kind of like lifted in a way. And this one is by Madeline Miller. Oh, and they wrote the Song of Achilles. There's like some like odd words and I don't know how to say them, so I'm trying my best. God of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born, but Circe is a strange child, not powerful like her father, nor viciously alluring like her mother. Turning to the world of mortals for companionship, she discovers that she possesses power, the power of witchcraft, which can transform rivals into monsters and menace the gods themselves. Threatened, Zeus banishes Circe to a deserted island, where she hones her occult craft and crosses paths with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology, including the Minotaur, deadly as I don't know, and his doomed son Icarus, the murderous Medea, and of course wildly Odysseus. But there's danger too for a woman who stands alone, and Circe unwittingly draws the wrath of both men and gods, ultimately finding herself pitted against the most terrifying and vengeful of Olympians. To protect what she holds dear, Circe must summon her strength and choose, once and for all, whether she belongs with the gods she is born from or the mortals she has come to love. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, let's move on. I'm like, the straps of this shirt is so annoying. Like, but anyway, that's besides the point. Okay, so the book I'm currently reading, it's also so bad. I really don't like it, but like, I don't know if I'm not far enough into it or something. I don't know. But the book of the hour, A Court of Thorns and Roses. This one is okay, like the beginning. Hold on, let's get a little tapping in. like telling. Oh, it's like this girl named Freya, and she like is hunting in the woods and like kills a fairy, and it's like in a wolf form though. And this like bear barges into her like cabin and is like, who killed the fairy? And she's like, I did. And the bear's like, well, now you have to like come live with me or I can kill you. And she's like, okay, well, I'll come live with you. And he's like, well, for like the treaty of like the fairies and the humans, like I can't hurt you and you live in luxury. And I'm like, what? Like, there's some parts to it where I'm like, what is actually going on? And then apparently there's a love interest, which I just got to, which is also a fairy. And the way the story is told, I can't actually picture how this person looks, because they're saying like he's part wolf or part bear, but has a mask on. Like, if you've read this book, please like tell me in the comments. I don't understand what he's supposed to look like, but I'll read you this the back of the story. Okay, so it says, when 19-year-old huntress Freya kills a wolf in the woods, a terrifying creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to the treacherous magical land she knows only about from legends, Freya discovers that her captor is not truly a beast, but one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled her land. At least, whoa, at least he's not a beast all the time. She adapts to her new home, feeling for the fairy Tamlin, transformed from icy hostility to a fiery passion that burns through every lie she's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the Fae. But something is not right in the fairylands. An ancient, wicked shadow is growing, and Freya must find a way to stop it or doom Tamlin and his world forever. So like, I get it, but I don't get it. So maybe I'm just not far enough in it yet. We'll see. I'm like, I feel like I have something here. But anyway, I wish I would have read the first book before buying the second book, because I bought the second book because everyone was like, this is such a good series. So we'll see. But whoops. This is the second one. It's way bigger, and it's called A Court of Mist and Fury. So I don't want to read the back because I don't want to spoil it for myself, so we'll pass on that one. This is the inside. And these books are also like a super easy read, so like if you're not big on, like, the Atlas 6 has a lot of intricacies in the way that the author writes, so it might be like hard if you're not a super comprehensive reader, but these books are a very easy read. You can read through it really quickly. the story itself, like this book, not the writing on the sides, is like not good. So it's pretty much just decoration at this point. Yeah. So I have 2 fun books for you guys, and it's so cute. I got this at the Spocket something. It's in San Francisco. I forget what it's called, but yeah. Like that's just what kind of a random page I pulled up to, and one of the stories is like, I think it's like a cat, but it represents like a man or something that the girl was dating, and it's like a funny story. And then they have just like other random ones, like the artwork is really cool. You should definitely check it out. And then lastly, the best one of them all, this one's called Fangs, and I literally bought it because the back, first of all, the hardcover and the black paper is so cute, and the back says a love story between a vampire and a werewolf, and I was like, okay, yes, Twilight work, let's do it. This one's by Sarah Anderson, and it's a graphic novel, and you see here, it's like a vampire and a werewolf falling in love, and it's super cute. I think like an airplane is flying over me, or like a helicopter or something, I don't know. But anyway, this one, I'm like, that helicopter is so loud. Okay. Anyway, this one is super good, super cute. And if you're into graphic novels and you're like into gothy, witchy stuff, this one is super cute. It was like $15. But anyway, that is all I have to show you for this video. I hope you enjoyed my rambles, and I actually hope you are sleeping and relaxed. So